So for this class, the design part A, let's talk about Module 2, what we have coming up. So last week in Module 1, we talked about the elements, the principles of design. You did some basic sketches and put together some concepts on the principles and elements of design. Now we're going to start to explore these in more detail. The first one we're going to work with is figure ground contrast. So I have some introductory material that you can read through about figure ground contrast and also some examples. But the bulk of this, again, like we do every week, is we're going to take part in the discussion. We're going to do an assignment, and this time there's two parts to an assignment, and I'll talk about both of them. And of course, the discussions are due by Wednesday, do follow-ups by Friday. The assignment, part 1 and 2, are both due on Saturday. And then, of course, post your assignments into the critique, and then we'll critique each other on Sunday. And then I'll make the week 3 available on Sunday. So let's talk about this real quick. And first, in Module 2 discussion, like I did last time, I like to introduce things into discussion that are not particularly relevant to what we're studying in the class, but are relevant to the overall approach, the overall understanding of design in the world as we know it. So the 14 biggest challenges in design, you're going to read the attached PDF article. Give your feedback on it. Give us your own experience in relation to that. I think the last one that we had in terms of art and design, we got some really good participation and really good discussion amongst everybody about the similarities and the contrast that exists between those two terms, art and design. The two assignments for Module 2. Part 1 is actually kind of a fun one. We're going to talk about the figure ground relationship, and what you're going to do is the urban discovery. You're going to take pictures of urban, of figure ground relationships. I've got some samples here to go by. You'll find them easily. You can just go outside or walk around your home, and you'll be able to find good examples of figure ground concepts. The assignment is asking for at least 6 photos. You can combine them all into a single PDF. I believe I have in the announcements, I have a way to combine all of your images into a single PDF. And then you'll upload those based upon what you find, whether it's in your home, in your neighborhood, or in your office where you work, a park setting, whatever it works for you. For assignment part 2, you're actually going to draw it. You're going to do the figure ground relationship, and you're actually going to sketch these out. So on your 9x12 sketchbook, you're going to do these at pretty much 9x6. You can take a 9x12 and just cut it in half. You're going to do these sketches. You're going to complete a total of 12 sketches, 6 obvious and 6 ambiguous sketches. And you can, if you want to, and I have no issue with you doing this. If you would like to, and you could post this with tracing paper if you want to, take your photos or scans. If you find imagery that from your first group of photos that you want to use, I see no problem with just kind of drawing the square over it and using that as your go-by. Here's an example of the trees against the background. If you could find a good figure ground relationship image that you want to use as a resource or a reference to draw from or trace from, I see no issue in that either. So we're going to play with figure ground relationship both with photographs. You can just use your phone or whatever you have available, and then of course using your sketch pad to do the second part of this. And then of course, as always, post in the critiques so that you guys can critique each other. Get everything posted by Sunday, and then Sunday afternoon I will open up week or Module 3, and we'll start on the next section of this. So I'm really enjoying the participation that everyone is involved with and the level of discussion that's taking place. So I think we're really off to a good start with this class.